Hi, and welcome to Makeup Mugwump. My name is Leanne. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey y'all, hey, it's the weekend. Tiny is right here. You can't see her because she won't get her garbage wrap butt in the bed where she belongs. So that's where we are. This is recently dyed hair from Overtone. I have an appointment with my colorist on May 1st to do the lightening and all that for the first time in over a year. I am so excited, but we have to wait until after my second vaccine has ruminated long enough in my body. So we're still working towards that. Super excited. And yeah, it's Saturday, so let's get ready. Let's do that today together. I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to show you some things that I pulled for like substituting as a glowy all over face thing, because I've used up the Josie Maran. So let us talk. This is the Hard Candy Primer Mist. And I'll use the Dior Skin Forever and Everywhere from Dior because we're using her up. The bottle's gross. It's just, no. So, this is a good little primer. It's not like revolutionary, but it's good. And I've had it for a long time, so we're going to use her up. So I've left her here. It's like a moisturizer primer. This Dior. You do not need it. If you have it, great. You don't need to buy this. Okay. So I pulled a bunch of products. I tried the Josie Maran. It's like an illuminating product. And actually, it's in my cart at Sephora because it may be a purchase. It's like 30 some odd dollars. And it may be a purchase in the upcoming sale for Sephora. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. But it's there, just in case. So not like too terribly expensive. And of course, with, a percentage off, it would be even better. So that's in the thought process. But I went in my collection and I pulled some glowy products, and we'll probably use them in the coming weeks because I want to use them. So these are the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfectors. I've got Moonstone and I've got Opal. I've got the Rimmel Good to Glow. It's a highlighter in 003 Soho Glow. I've got the number 7 Skin Illuminator. And this, I don't know that there's a color on this. I think it's just their Skin Illuminator. I've got an Orborian Glow Creme. And this is a Korean brand. I don't know that there's a color on this either. I've got the Jecca Black Glow Drops. This is in Rose Pearl. And then I've got a product that is like an airbrush product, but you can use it without the airbrush. This is the Temp 2 BoxyCharm Liquid Glow from Temp 2. And I don't know that it has a shade either. So what I'd like to do is I pulled all the ones that are kind of similar shades to the Josie Maran. And what I'd like to do is over the coming weeks, kind of use them all and test them all out and see if any of them work like the Josie Maran, and if I like any of them just as well. And then I might skip the Josie Maran, or I might buy it anyway. We'll see. So several of these, and I'd like to see kind of how all of them work. So I've pulled all those, and I think today let's actually start with this Temp 2 BoxyCharm one. I don't know that this is available to purchase. I don't know. There's like it's like a squeezy tube with, like a nail polish ball in it. You know what I'm talking about? So let's see what this one is like. Okay, similar color as the Josie Maran, a little bit more runny, I guess. The Josie Maran was a little bit thicker than this. I don't know how much to use, but we'll give it a whirl. Okay, I'm like kind of clean off the tip. Okay, it's a good. I like a squeezy tube. That's always nice. Let's just use our hands. I've used my hands with the Josie Maran, and I've used a brush. They both worked just fine. What I liked about the Josie Maran is that it gave my skin a very noticeable glow, which this one does as well. Did not interfere with any makeup at all. There was no issue with, you know, skincare underneath or foundation on top. That's what I'm looking for, is something that gives me a really pretty glow that I don't think this one is as noticeable as the Josie Maran glow. I was a little bit more Tin Man with Josie Maran. So this is, I'm going to say it's more subtle. I mean, you can see some glow, but it's not, and that was a comparable amount that I put on. It's not bad, but I don't know that it's as strong as the Josie. It's pretty, not bad. Could have been a contender. Okay. I've also got an eye balm that I haven't pulled. This is the Kopari Starry Eye Balm. So it's like a balm. And I guess you just put it underneath. I'm very interested in illuminating underneath products these days. Maybe it's just because the weather is turned and I'm looking for a little bit more, I don't know, glowy products. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. Okay, so there's that. So far, so far. Okay, I got a new foundation. And actually, I got a big old foundation. So I went on Poshmark. And I wanted to try the Lancôme Teint Miracle Foundation because it's supposed to be a glowier, lighter, like lighter coverage, I guess, than the this bad boy, the Ultra whatever makeup, which I like very much. I like the coverage; it's beautiful. But I was looking at the one that is lighter coverage than that, and this came up. It's like 3.5 ounces, and it's a dramming product. Like it's the foundation at a counter that the associate would use to give samples or to test on a person. That's what this is. And it's, if you look it up, it's dramming, D-R-A-M-M-I-N-G. Okay, so this product is a product for retailers. This specific seller got this product and all of the other shades that this person was selling because the department store that she worked for closed, and she got the products. She is a pageant person. She competes in pageants. And so she's selling these bottles from her ex-department store to pay for her and her daughter who are competing in a nationwide pageant. So I got the Lancôme Teint Miracle Foundation in the dramming bottle for $31. I wanted to try it. That's less than retail of the thing. It's a lot more product than you would get retail. This is the shade Ivoire 4N. I think that is a pretty good shade. It's a little bit dark. Will blend just a little bit. It's really hard, you know, looking at swatches online to determine what shade you are. But I'd say that's pretty good. It is not full coverage. I was not looking for full coverage out of it because that's not what it's supposed to be. I'd say it's a pretty dang good medium though. It looks like skin, y'all. It looks like skin. That's nice. That's really, really nice. Like, that's what I wanted. Cool. That makes me happy. Just pick up a little bit extra on a slightly dampened beauty blender. It was damp a couple hours ago. I think that looks really good. Again, a little bit dark. Not too bad though. It might look different on camera. And it's afternoon here, so I'm getting afternoon sun. So it might look a little different on camera than it does to my real life eyeballs. But I think that looks mighty good. There's that. Okay, concealer. Let's see, I've used a lot of these recently. This is one I haven't used, I don't think, in a hot minute. I pulled a bunch of concealers from back in the day to see if I still like them. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer in Light Ivory. I've used a good amount of it already. I don't think this is very brightening. It is not. But I don't think it's a bad concealer. I don't remember it being a bad concealer. It just wasn't super brightening underneath my eyes. But I think it's pretty good. I don't know that I liked that Sonia Kashuk concealer that I tried yesterday. I don't know that I actually liked it very much. I'll probably give it one more go. And if I don't like it again, then I'm going to toss it. It is many years old. And it wasn't that it like broke me out or I had any kind of reaction to it. It wasn't that kind of, I just didn't love how it set underneath my eyes and what it looked like throughout the day. Okay. There's the Wet n Wild Photo Focus in Light Ivory. Okay, that's not too bad. Not too bad, not too bad. It's about to be that time of the month, so I'm broken out. I did a thing last night. I'm putting to use my AOA Studio little tubs that I bought. This is the Nude Eye Primer from Ulta. It came in a squeeze tube, but it is too thick to come out of the squeeze tube. It is a thicker product. Think like Painterly Paint Pot, and it trying to come out through a squeeze tube. Like it's too thick to do that. It's much thicker than you can squeeze. I've said that too many times. Smelling it, I don't know why. This is a really waterproof product because I had some on my hand last night after I depotted or whatever, detubed this into the little container so that I could actually use it, because I wasn't using it in the squeeze tube because I couldn't get it out. Well, now I can just dip a little, little brush in and get it out. It is for me, a almost skin tone. It's slightly darker than my skin tone, but not by much. And it is waterproof. This bad boy stayed on my hand. I had to get like an eye makeup remover to get it off. But it blanks out all of the veins, all the things. So I'm excited about using it because I haven't been able to. I don't love not being able to get to my products or use them efficiently, or to get to them efficiently so I don't use them. I hate that. So I'm working on, if there's something that I want to use but I can't because of how it is, how can I make it so that I can use it? And so this is one of those successes that I was like, I know, I'll use the depotter thing, or I'll use the little container thing, and then we're good to go. So I like that a lot. I think that looks mighty nice. I think I want to use a cream bronzer today over top of this foundation. Let's use, yeah, you can see it's a little bit dark, y'all. It's a little bit dark, and maybe it's getting darker as it's dried. Maybe it oxidizes a little bit. I don't know. If it goes too dark on me, then I know this is like a mixing foundation, and that's what we'll go with. Like that's how we roll over here. We make stuff work. Okay, let's use the Catrice Cosmetics Triangle Artist Contour Stick. She is in warm brown. And she's this cute little triangle piece here. Let's use a little bit of her today. I Can't remember how pigmented this is, but we'll go with a little bit and then we'll go from there. Okay. This is an e.l.f. travel brush. I've only ever seen it online, but it's really, really good. It's like a fan, like a real thick fan brush. It's really good for blending out bronzer, contour, whatever you call it, whatever you do on your face with the darkness. It's a really good shape for that. Super fast, super good. There's that. This is a good little product. I bought it specifically for like a full face of Catrice video that I did a while back, and I have liked it. It's good. I keep all my like cream bronzing stick things over there, and it's one that I grab for quite frequently because it blends really quickly and really nicely. Looks nice, looking nice. Okay, let's powder, and let's use some of the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. I have it in like a teeny tiny sample, and I have to kind of knock it, I knock it to get it out of the container, because it doesn't want to come out. And I'm just going to use my sponge. You can use a damp sponge. You can use a dry sponge to powder with if you want to. You ain't going to hurt nothing. Oh, I forgot to bring on her. Hold on, there we go. We've lost Tiny. We are not surprised. There's under the eyes powdered. Doesn't look too bad. It takes under my eyes a little while to kind of start to look bad. I hate to say it, but that's true. So it may be a hot minute before we know whether or not that looks good or not. All right, we're gonna powder the rest of my face with the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Powder Foundation. We are very close to using this up, and so I'd like to very much use this up soon. It's been a good product, but I'm over it. Okay, here's that. Done. Let's do some brows. We'll use the IT Cosmetics Brow Power in Universal Taupe. I'm hoping in May to get my brows shaped by someone who can make them even. I cannot, so I rely upon someone else in my life to do so. And it has been over a year, so it will be nice for someone else to look at these brows and say, "Let me help you, dear." And I will let them. In college, I did not touch my brows, but after college is when I began to pluck and probably over pluck, you know, in the 90s and early 2000s. For those of us who were alive then, we didn't know the damage that we were doing. This is the Milk Makeup Cush Fiber Brow Gel in Dutch. It's a good little product. It's a little tiny wand. Doesn't make your brows crunchy. It's probably my favorite brow gel that I've ever tried so far in my life. That's cute. Okay. There's the base. Let us spray. No, we have to do the other stuff. Okay, I've still got my MAC palette out from yesterday. So we'll use the Makeup Geek Contour as our bronzer. And then yesterday we used this one. Lovejoy maybe? I cannot remember the name of this. This is Melba. I'd like to use Melba today. She's broke down. She has been through it all, y'all. She has been through it all, is Melba. She was my first MAC blush, and she's hurting. She's hurting. But let's start with the Makeup Geek Contour Powder. I think it's the medium shade that this one is. And I'm just going to do not a ton because we've already got that base underneath that It's pretty color, so we're gonna just on top of that with powder. Whew. Okay. And then we'll do Melba here. Bless your heart, Melba. I like a peach blush on me. I think it looks really, really pretty. I don't necessarily have a color of blush that I don't like on me. You know, some people don't like pink or don't like peach or whatever. I like everything from like neutral kind of beige browns as blushes to peaches to oranges to lilacs, purples, pinks. I like it all. I don't think there's a blush color that I don't like on me so far. I'll do like a red. I'll try it all. Why not? This is Soft and Gentle as a highlighter for today, which is a nice soft and gentle highlighter. I feel like there's a hair. Okay, now let's blend all this together and then we'll spray. I think that looks pretty good, y'all. Pretty good. I need to clean that compact like nobody's business. It looks terrible. Okay. Whew. The Milani Make It Last matte setting spray. And then we're getting down there in the hydrating coconut mist from e.l.f. I just love the smell so much. I also have another one from e.l.f. the Soothing Aloe Mist. This one's a really nice smell too. Like it smells lighter, fresher. I like that smell a lot. So that will probably be the next one after the coconut goes. I'll spray 50 sprays on my face. I do not care. So my hair, this is not my natural hair color. No, I'm just kidding. This is not my natural hair curl pattern. This is crimped with the Remington Wet to Waves crimper. I don't crimp my hair wet. I don't know why you would ever do that, but apparently it touts itself as you can crimp your hair wet, but no, don't do that. I'm pretty sure it's not good. But this is one of the ways that I style my hair. Once a week I wash my hair. And when it air dries, we meaning my husband and I usually, depending on which tool we're going to use, style my hair, because my hair is very long and my arms don't reach that long for some parts of it. So a lot of times he helps me because he's the best. Anyway, this is the crimp. I crimp all over and it's huge volume and it's gorgeous and it lasts all week. I only heat style my hair once a week. Wash it once, heat style it once, and then throughout the week, do different hairstyles depending on how bad it looks. So the last couple of days of a week, like right before a wash, it's always a messy bun on top of my head for, a couple of days. That's how we roll. This is the base that we are working with. And from here, what I'm looking, it looks beautiful. Like, I don't know that I've done a prettier base. I think this looks beautiful. Have you tried this? I mean, obviously it doesn't look like this when you buy it, but like, have you tried this foundation? I think it looks really pretty. Again, it's probably a little bit dark down below. Let's just take the bronzer brush and get a little bit down there and do a little warming up down there. I don't know. I don't typically do that, but it doesn't quite match. So this one might be one that I mix. Now, what I could do is I could mix this with one of the glowy things, like put them together, and that way there's less pigment of this per square centimeter of my face. But y'all, I think that looks really pretty. I really do. I don't got no beef with that. That looks really pretty. Let's use I've got warmth on, which is good because I almost always use cool tones because they're my favorite. But let's use the Bambi palette. I haven't, when I swatched her, we haven't used her yet. I've swatched her on my channel, but we haven't actually used, let's use her today. Let's use Bambi today. Why not? Okay, so let me grab a couple of brushes from over here. Okay. And yeah. All right. So this is the 5-pan palette for the Bambi collection. I have all three. I've used Thumper. I have Bambi and Flower left to use. So, you know, here we go. Let's give it a whirl. Let me get some of the neon color off of my brush from yesterday. You know, as you do. Have the neon color. Okay, we've got, this is matte, this is matte, this is matte. This is like gold, and so I'm assuming I'm just going to put that all over the lid. This is one of those interesting, it's got a matte base with a lot of glitter, and I used it in the other palette, and the glitter shows up. It's really cool. So let's start with the little April shower, like melon cream color. It's a little macaroni and cheese, but not too bad. If you put two palettes in front of me, one of them is warm toned, one of them is cool toned, I'll pick the cool tone almost every single time. I have a lot of warm tones in my collection, likely from the fact that on the market, there wasn't a whole lot other than cool tones for a lot of time there. Once Modern Renaissance came out, it was, I mean, there was some neutral. Like I would say Naked One is neutral. And it's nice. I like a neutral palette too. Like I don't need it to be cool, but I would prefer cool almost every single time. Like I just love how that looks. Okay, so let's use the shade Young Prince, which is kind of an orangey. Yeah, it is. We'll put her on the outside and into the crease. This is a lot less neutral than I would say it looks in the palette. These two colors, they're kind of bright. I like that for myself, but if you were looking for a neutral palette, I'd say this is not one of them. Like, I guess a muted palette, not necessarily neutral, but if you're looking for a muted palette, this is not one. I would not say this is a muted palette. It's pretty though, right? Yep. Okay, let's put a little bit of the darker brown. It's called Kinda Bashful. These are very powdery. I'll put a little bit of that just on the outer corner. I think we're just going to go with the gold all over the lid. Yeah. Very powdery. Okay, this is the one shimmer. It is very, very bright gold. Yep. Yup. Holy Moses. Okay, let me get some off my finger because I don't want that much. I'm going to pull it up because I do. Pull it up above my crease on the inside corner of my lid. And then I got to blend, especially out here. I got some of my lashes too. We'll get those off. And then we'll blend. Yeah, that's a gold and a half, ain't it? Like that's a whole lot of gold. Okay, let's try that again on this side. It's a beautiful tone. Like, but it is very, very vibrant. And I don't really see much else that you would do with this. Like this is the one shimmer that you get. And, you know, so I don't know how versatile this palette would be for a lot of different kinds of looks. In the Thumper palette, there was a green, which was, you know, and then there was some purple cool tone gray kind of shades, and it was a little, there's some different there, but on this one, not so much. Okay, let's line with the brown shade with the glitters in it. Let's just take a little liner brush and let's line with that. Okay, I got a little bit on the outer corner out here. Okay, and I'm gonna smudge that, like blend it a little bit on the upper edge. The good thing about using shadow is that, you know, you don't have to, it's not gonna set down or whatever. There we go. Just a smudgy bit of liner is what I would like. Go. Here we go. I think that's pretty. Again, I don't see this doing much else than that. Like, I mean, you could do it on that eye, of course, but like this is very what this palette can give you. So that's good. Let's do, what would I want in my inner corner? I've got a Misha, like, you know, kind of Stila Glitter and Glow product here, a Glitter Prism Liquid in 07. Put a little bit, just kind of tap it out. Just for a little bit of glitter. Yeah, that'll work. I always put something in my inner chasm because that's how I am. Okay. I keep some Stila Glitter and Glow stuff here just so that I'm like, it's a great inner corner because it lasts all day. It doesn't budge. There's no fallout from the glitter. So it works really, really well. Like I like it as an inner corner product and it stays. Like I think that's a good one. Okay. Let's see here. Is that fallout or is it just where I like, it might be fallout. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, I think it was a little fallout. All right, let's do lashes. So yesterday I wore the Eyelure pre-glued Wispy Intense, but they weren't the pre-glued I'd already used up. Like, you know, it was no longer gluey, so I just added glue. Well, last night when I took those lashes off, I actually cleaned them off. I cleaned all of the adhesive off, including, I guess, the adhesive that was on it when it came. And so I've now got a super thin band lashes, and I might try them today. I might try to get them on. I mean, they're like a super thin band. And it wasn't when it came because of the adhesive. I guess it was a black, you know, strip of adhesive. And now I've removed it, so let's see how that works. Okay, let's use the Big Papa from Wet n Wild. This is not a bad mascara. It's their latest. I've used Wet n Wild mascaras over the years. They're not like the best, but they aren't terrible. I mean, they're a lot better than a lot of other mascaras. Like e.l.f. mascaras over the years were absolutely terrible. They did nothing. But e.l.f. has that new one out that they came out with this year. I've got a sample of it. I haven't tried it yet. But I'm excited to try it. So a lot of people actually did like it. Maybe, I think it's called the Lash Out mascara. But it came out with their CC cream. It was like with that release. And their camo CC cream or whatever they call it. I think it came out then. Okay, we got some mascara on the lashes. Now let me show you what I had undone to these little wispy lashes. Like, there's no adhesive at all anymore. It's just this really super thin band. And I don't know if I can, let's try them. What y'all gonna do? Hang up on me? What you gonna do? Hi, Ty. Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. I mean, it's like teeny tiny thin band. I like an invisible band on a lash just because I don't necessarily want to wear big old liner all the time, you know? Like, that may not be a thing that I love to do. These might just fall apart on my eyeball, but you know what? We're going to try it. Get on there, glue. All right, now which way is the inside? This is the Joy. They are very, very fragile, which is interesting because I don't know if they're going to stick, but we're going to try it, y'all. I use the Duo adhesive with vitamins is the glue that I prefer. It does not bother me. It hasn't bothered me since I started using glue years ago, so it's my go-to. It's my go-to glue. So I got some glue on there. Let's wait a minute and see. I think I want to do a nude. I always want to do a nude. Why wouldn't I do a nude? I don't know. I'm very yellowy, aren't I? This is a yellowy look. I wore glitter yesterday, and so I cleaned these really well last night. So let's see how we do. With almost no band on them. These are huge lashes, by the way. Like, they're not everyday lashes for me. But I got them because they were the, you know, I wanted to try, they're these. They're these. And this is the, so I wore them with the adhesive one time. And then I had to add glue. So I wore them three times with glue. Now I have taken all of the adhesive off. Like, so there's like no band. And now let's see if I can wear them like this. I wear my lashes slam to death. Like, I do not, these don't go in the trash. Like, I will till they're falling apart or so wonky, or, you know, like, or so gunked up I can't get it off. Like, I clean these bad boys. Like, I'm not kidding. I spent about 15 minutes cleaning these lashes last night, and happy to do so because it means I get another wear. I know that's crazy. It's probably crazy because they're not very expensive. I mean, well, these lashes weren't super cheap, but like, I've got, you know, dollar lashes or $1.70, $1.80 lashes or whatever from Shop Miss A. Those are pretty though. I mean, they look good. But they look good. These are a bit intense, I'll be honest. But we're gonna try them anyway. This one's probably the wonkier lash. I might need to start with this one. But that's okay. It's like, it's just barely holding on. But I mean, I'm like not going in a windstorm. I'm just chilling at the house, reading books. All right, let's see if we can get this bad boy on too. There we go. Is it wonky? I don't know. Do I care? No, I don't. But without that band, these are very comfortable. Like super, super comfortable. With a real thin band like that, it is so comfortable. You don't, I can't tell that I'm wearing, you're like, how can you not know? Because it doesn't feel like anything. It doesn't. When you get it on, it's like a tampon. When you get it in the right place, you can't feel it. It's like that with lashes. And when they don't have a very big band. Look at that. That looks cute, right? I think it is. Whatever. Okay, let's do the hiccups again. I had them 3 times today. Let's do a lip. And I got a new lip and I haven't tried this color. So let's try this color. This is the Rouge, the Cream Lip Shine. So I've used this one a couple of times. This is 04 Daydreamer. This is 01. I don't know the shade. This is 04. This is 01. This is the one I haven't ever used. It's more yellowy. See that? Both nudes. I've used this a couple times. I used this on yesterday's Get Ready With Me. This one I haven't used, so let's try it today. I'm going to use it with the Ulta Lip Liner in Flesh. I like this formula. Yeah, it's a real pretty, but it's much more yellowy than Daydreamer. But I don't mind it. I like how that looks. When I'm wearing a warmer eye, it looks, I don't know, like it goes. I don't know. Blend around my nose real quick. Okay. That's what we look like. I think it works. This is almost borderline too yellowy for me, but I think it works. There she is. Welcome back, Tiny. There it is. I think it's okay. I don't know. I feel like I'm too dark down here. Let me look. Let me get some Pat McGrath. It's right there. That maybe helps. Maybe. I like it. Do you like it? Did you have fun? I hope you did. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. I think I want to film my empties. I've got some empties from March that I need to go ahead and tell you about, whether or not I like them, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Then all of my videos come into your YouTube subscription feed for free. It's great. It's fabulous. Let's have fun. Tell me what you think. Do you like it? Did you get the Bambi collection? Have you tried this foundation? Do you love it, darling? Is it too dark for me? Tell me down below. Let me know. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Bye.